Welcome to Muse number 8 from my car. We continue to be thinking about what the post-COVID church should be prioritising when eventually we begin to emerge from this awful pandemic. I want to talk today about something that's been a bugbear of mine for years. And I was reminded actually about this topic in a video blog that I checked out last week. I think it is so blimmin' true. And it is really an own goal for so many churches. And it is to do with our obsession with thinking that it's our job to try and fix people, especially people who are different to us. Over the years, I've seen this play out in our evangelical wing of the church, time after time after time, fixing a whole bundle of things that we think need to be sorted, fixing what films we think people should watch or music they should listen to. Do you remember that crusade back in the day about where people were smashing up their albums? Fixing the way people dress, the way people should look, trying to fix people's dodgy theology, like we're some sort of doctrine police. Maybe their taste in worship songs or authors and preachers, fixing people's sexuality, their lifestyle choices, their parenting skills. The list is endless. Fixing people is based on 3 giant-sized, ego-driven, spurious assumptions. Number 1, you need fixing. I think there's something wrong in your world. Number 2, I'm qualified to be the fixer because I know best. And number 3, if you just take my super wise idea on board, you'll be all the better for it. Guys, it's such an own goal. It's got to stop. My experience, and probably yours is the same, of being on the receiving end of someone's fixing project is the truth of the matter is you just feel judged because acceptance has got to precede change. Really fixing people's all about control, and trying to fix others does not work. It's a fool's errand. It's a long, fruitless, and ultimately frustrating, losing battle. Jesus had something to say about this. It's in the Sermon on the Mount when he said in Matthew chapter 7, verse 3, "How can you say to someone, 'Let me take the speck out of your eye,' when you've got a plank in your own?" Wow. Can't say fairer than that. Stop it, Jesus said. It's hypocrisy. They used that word. There you go. You see, it must have been a problem back then, like it is a problem today. So what is our job, especially when we meet people different to us? Our job is to create environments of grace and welcome within which change can take place. For us, and for them. I'm not for a minute advocating that bad stuff, to use that old-fashioned word, sin, doesn't need calling out. It does. I'm actually questioning the remedy required for change. Going back to my friend's video blog, which I watched last week, you cannot force the petals on a flower to bloom by force or before their times. Petals open and flowers blossom in the right conditions of warmth and of attention, being looked after. An environment of grace and welcome. That's what we're after, because people need loving, not fixing. We've got to get our hands off God's church and stop being control freaks. Stop thinking that we think we know best. That's what I want to share with you today about the post-COVID church. Let's say yes to diversity and creating environments of grace and welcome, and no to uniformity. Uniformity is boring and beige. So let's resist that inner temptation to fix others. I'm not in charge of the universe, and neither are you. Do you agree with that? The post-COVID church has got to get this big time. Okay, big love, and see you soon.